Well, good morning on this Saturday, the 11th of December 2021. I go live with another, Reaper combined with ID's stream. Welcome, I'm Richard from the Netherlands. And let's see what we can create noise-wise today in a handful of hours. All right. Always a bit awkward to kind of start off with an introduction, with a blank slate inside of Reaper. Nothing to hear or see, but we'll get somewhere. I promise. So the idea of today is, or actually a question, can RNG, so random number generation, or in this case, random note generation, help me to come up with song IDs for the future, or even just small patches of song parts that I can reuse later on. And I'm going to be using Stochas, created by the same people who made the Surge synthesizer, which is pretty cool. It's a free plugin for your digital audio workstation, which lets you kind of trigger notes in a semi-random order and value. And I played around with it a few times this week, and I think there are some possibilities for me here. So, yeah, let's start slowly. And let's see what we can do. Okay. First thing first is actually that I'm going to... Oh, Mike! Goedemorgen. Dankjewel. Groetjes terug aan jullie allemaal. Hopelijk gaat het allemaal goed. Daar in het verre Nederland. Good morning, sir. I have seen Mike 074NL go live on Twitch again not so long ago with, I think it was it Battlefield 2042? I don't remember, but it was a shooter, that's for sure. And I think it was on PlayStation 5. I had no time to watch the stream, but... Oh, it was, okay. PlayStation 5. You are one of the few people who have one. So, I will watch another time, of course. So, yeah, Mike, I'm gonna try and create some... you overpaid, of course you did, but you have it. And you can probably sell it with a profit if you are tired of it. I'm gonna start with a track that I made a template for, because I'm gonna be using a global reverb in almost every song that I create, or every project that I create in Reaper. And this is the TAL Reverb 4. It's a free plugin that you can download from them. And yeah, it gives me a big space in which to place my sounds, no matter what synthesizer I use or what effects are inside that synthesizer. Yeah, I'm gonna be visiting your stream, of course, if I have the opportunity. So stay around, Mike. Stick around for some noise. So I have a reverb set up for everything we're doing after this. So I'm gonna have to do some setup, and that is just because I have to, of course. Let me do this. So the VST, so the plugin we're going to be using today is called Stochas, like I said, by the Surge Synth Team. And maybe it looks weird. Wait, it looks weird, but it's not as complicated as we all think right now. Yes, it is. So Stochas presents you with note names on the left, and I can basically say, and it is divided into bars and or beats and measures. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wait, let me also make sure that I have a mouse overlay somehow, so that you can follow my my mouse movements easier. Now, where did I leave that? I don't know where I put that. I'm totally not prepared for this stream. I just had an ID, and I thought I thought I can do this like on my own, or I can share it with y'all. So now you see the mouse better. You can follow me around when I do this. I'm sure you will get a migraine if you try to follow this for a minute, which is all included for free with this show. So, Stochas, let me just start doing things, and then you will understand it later on. It's no problem. We'll get there. We'll get there, guys. Default poly. Okay. All right. So I'm going to draw in notes. I'm not going to. Okay, we're going to be playing. I'm going to create random notes and random sequences, kind of random, but not fully random. I want to have the notes fall within the C major scale, which is only the white keys on the keyboard. So just to keep it simple, and also to make it easier for me to play along later on, because, I mean, if we're just having some background sounds being created inside the scale of C major, I can just fiddle a bit with some kind of melody thing, also by using only the white keys and keeping it simple. Okay? Just don't worry about anything right now. I'm going to put in some notes here. And we'll talk about this in a moment, once we start to get actually sound coming out. So if I start my sequencer now, you will see that Stochas will start running through the steps. You see the step that is white in the top. That's the step where it's currently at. And I told it that on every step, it should have a low chance of triggering the C3 note. And as far as I can see now, it plays it on every beat, which is, in my opinion, a pretty high chance. Anyways, so it's playing, but you don't hear anything, and that is because I am going to put a synthesizer on a separate track, and the synthesizer will be responsible only for creating the sound, whatever sound it is, while Stochas is triggering the synth. So stay with me. Stochas 1. This is the first one. It has no record enabling or something. I cannot input MIDI to it. I can't do anything about it because Stochas will play on its own. That's just how I'm going to deal with this today. So let's make a new track. And this track, I'm going to set it to input from MIDI for now, so that I can play notes on the keyboard and see, or actually hear, what kind of sound we are working with. And I think for today, which synthesizer shall we pick? Let me see. We have a few. We have a few synthesizers, and I could go for Surge, also made by the Surge Synth Team, to kind of honor them for giving me Stochas to work with as well. It's not a very simple synthesizer to show off how to edit sounds. The interface is quite crowded, but it does show a lot on screen, so it could be fun. But I have to decide, are we going for some sound design as well inside the stream, or do I stick to presets? Of course, my favorite would be Falcon, which is my biggest synth plugin purchase this year, and it's super powerful. But it may be too powerful for what I want to show right now. PG8X could be nice. That could be nice, but I have no presets for it. BIT by Rob Papen is fun, of course. Dext is an FM synthesizer, not easy, and very hard on the eyes, I believe. Yeah, maybe Hybrid would be fun. Hybrid. Where's Hybrid? Yeah, Hybrid could be fun. Let's add Hybrid because I like it visually, and I mean, it is, and it comes with nice presets, but also I like the visual, so it's probably quite nice to follow along if I do decide to do some sound editing here. So if I play my keyboard, Hybrid is being triggered. And okay, let's assume that this is good. Hybrid is being triggered by hand right now. I'm gonna make sure that this synth is being put through my global reverb that I added at the start. Could be a little less, of course. So just a nice, lush, bright reverb. Sounds pretty damn cool to me, to be honest. Okay. But the point of today is, so I'll call this hybrid one. So this is the first track of the hybrid synth. Actually, I don't want to play this myself. I want to make sure that Stochas, which is ready to actually create notes for us, that Stochas sends its notes it's creating to hybrid. I'm not going to be sending audio, but I'm going to be sending MIDI. All MIDI that is created by Stochas on this channel will be sent to hybrid. What if we play now? I'm not touching notes. Stochas is now working. But we set it to play only a C3, I believe, and with no other variations within. So, okay. Let me first pick a sound I'm gonna play. Okay, this is pretty good. This is just a plug sound. This is being created by Stochas. I'm not playing notes. I could, but I won't. It's not my job today. So Stochas is now at work. What if I do something else, being... See, I put a low chance of playing a C4 instead of a C3, and sometimes it will. Now put a medium chance on C4, so it will choose to play the C4 more often than the C3. But let's put it on low. But also, let's do this. So it has a... And I also want like a chance of not playing anything at all. And now if we copy this to the end of the pattern, you hear and see that it sometimes picks the off, and on the first beat of every measure it will pick between different notes. It has a full octave to choose from, and in the other notes it only has the opportunity to pick C3 or go off. So this is a simple repeating pattern with very little RNG involved, but there is some. And it's not about making one track that creates everything for us. It's about creating a lot of small little sequences that are going to be intertwined in an hour or two, creating an interesting background for a melody that I will have to come up with. That's the real problem. So this is the start of our RNG Gods track. Simple, and it works. Okay, I'm also going to set up the possibility to record all of this. And I think I'm going to lower the BPM a bit. It doesn't have to be a fast track. This is fine. Just 80 beats per minute. Like, just kind of make it more ambient. I'm not gonna create it. I'm not creating a dance track here. It's just tiny things. Okay, so Stochas 1 and Hybrid 1 are actually playing, but I want. So I can do this forever, and I can do this with multiple tracks. It will play, and I can do this with like 8 tracks. I will probably make about eight random generated tracks, and on top of that I am going to try to play some melody notes, but it's not storing any of this work right now. So this is a one-time deal only, like you would see when people make beautiful sequences with modular synthesizers. Once it's played, you will never get it back. It's all generated within certain rules that I set, and it will be gone after the. Well, it's gone immediately. There's nothing being recorded except for this video with its audio. But we can do better than that. What I want to do is, there is a button for that. I can record the output MIDI for this channel. So if I put on the recording mode now, you see that this track, although randomly generated by the Stochas above it, is actually recording the notes now that are being generated. So if I keep doing this for a few hours, adding tracks, I hope I can keep recording while adding. Then after 3 hours of streaming, for example, I will have 3 hours of randomly generated sequences. And if I notice something like really, really fantastic in those 3 hours, I can go back to it. And I can pick parts of that. This is not very varied. I mean, I cannot open this MIDI item yet while it's being created? Maybe. But anyways, you probably see, I can make that bigger, that these are the actual notes being played on this particular synthesizer track. There's a lot of C3s because we set it to often play that. But there's also the higher notes, because at the start of every bar we told the Stochas that it's allowed to generate higher notes. Okay, we don't have to keep the reverb open. Also, don't underestimate the reverb in all of this. If I mute this, it's still good. But for the kind of track or the feeling I'm going for, the reverb is like super important. Okay, we started, and from here it only gets better, I hope. Let's see if I can duplicate the 2 tracks. Copy. Can I paste 2 tracks? Yes, but it sorts them in a... And it's not recording on 2 tracks now. So I cannot add... I think I can... Oh, no, I have to arm the recording while letting it play. Okay, if I know that, then I'll do that. That's fine. I want to actually... Let me see. Zoom in. Okay, I'll zoom in like this. So I have 2 Stochas instances and 2 hybrids playing basically the same thing. The same chants, but they come up with different notes because they are both randomly generating notes. Okay, this is the old one. This is the newly generated track. So this is Stochas 2. Let me come up with a workflow, guys. This is all on the fly. I have a second instance of Stochas. And I want to have a different sound on that one. Could be something like this. Now, because I'm recording all the notes being generated, I can always go back later and play the same generated notes using different synthesizer sounds. But this is fine to me. I'm gonna make the volume a bit lower. Or maybe not. Just... Okay, so the second Stochas is working to the same rules as the first one. I don't want it. I could perhaps say this goes on half speed. So it goes through the same notes and probabilities, but it does it slower. Do you get it? Autobahn vibe yet? From Kraftwerk? Probably not. It's only me. So, but now we can start working with things. When I entered the notes earlier on the pattern, the velocity used, so the power at which you press a key was 127 for all of them. That was actually a bad start. That's not what you want, because I want to have variations in velocity as well. So I'm going to make the default velocity lower. Not every synth sound reacts the same to velocities. If I want to have like the maximum out of that, of changing velocities, I will have to create synth sounds myself to actually make sure that velocity are important. I'm going to clear this. So you see here the last notes generated, but they will disappear. So this second Stochas instance is not creating notes right now, but let's do it. We stay inside the C major scale to make sure that it's musically corresponding to what we have done before. And let me see. We can put this on a lower, transpose it an octave down, because it's going to be bassy sound. That is low. So it's now constantly. I'm going to put the speed higher, and I will slow it down after we created some pattern. Yeah, that's too low for me. Notice how I do not touch my keyboard, my controller keyboard. This is all generated by software, okay? The keyboard will come in later. So you hear the bass. Gonna make it louder, or else I'm gonna get complaints about how the synth was not noticeable in the video. But I don't like those videos, YouTube videos or streams on Twitch, where the synths are so loud that you have to lower your volume, and then you cannot hear the content creator talk anymore. But I'll let the synth do the talking for a bit. Well, maybe not. I actually want a medium chance of at least playing that first bass of a 16-bar sequence pretty often. And I want to have a chance of and a low chance of an octave higher. But also a low chance to not play that, so I put them in at the same. Okay. A medium chance of keeping it silent at the end, but a low chance of actually playing the C3 at the end of the pattern. By the way, the steps inside these patterns can be longer than 16. You can arrange that per Stochas instance, so not every one of the tracks we're creating have to be the same length and the same speed or whatever. So the velocity of all these bass notes is now 80, but we can make a velocity variance, so they don't all sound as loud as the other. So I'm putting a 25% velocity variation in. Also, sorry, the length of the note is not always 100%. I'm gonna make that variated as well. So some notes will play longer, others will play shorter. And because it's too busy for me as this, I'm gonna slow down this a lot. So it's going slower through the steps here in the pattern. So sometimes you hear a bass, often you don't. Well, setting this to medium or low is not very valuable if you don't set the chance of it being off as well. Because it picks between the two choices, and if there's only one choice, even if it's low, it will always play. But, oh well. We have very few bass notes playing. But they do come along from time to time, which is fine. Also, it's recording, so you can see this area where the bass is being recorded. It's super simple. Gonna put a low chance of that last note being a higher one even. It will not happen a lot. Happens immediately. No, it will not happen a lot, but when it happens, it's gonna be cool. Okay. Let's duplicate. Yeah, I'm gonna probably duplicate everything, but it's working in a weird way. I can also add them by hand, but that's not handy. No pun intended. I'm gonna duplicate the Stochas track here. This is gonna be this third instance. And I'm gonna set up the synth channel by hand, I think. So Stochas, this is still our bass pattern. Set up for the upcoming third sound. Whoa, 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 okay. That's something that happens once in a while. Actually, every stream it happens at least once. I'm sorry about that, really am. Okay, Stochas 3 is going to be triggering... Oh, not this way. How did I do that again? Maybe just dragging it like this? No. How did I... This one, I think. I was now sending its output to track 5 hybrid 2. I don't want that. Ooh, there's probably... This one is sending to hybrid 1. This one is sending to 2 hybrids. That's not good. It should be receiving from Stochas 2 only. Let me see. Yeah, I'm figuring this out on the go, guys. Okay, track 4 is receiving MIDI from Stochas 2, the second instance, which creates the notes. And then Stochas 3 should be sending to the third instance of hybrid. I'm not copy-pasting this all the time. I want to actually kind of remember how it works by doing it by hand, so to speak. So Stochas 3, which is not generating notes right now. Oh, actually it it will send its data to Hybrid 3. So this channel does not contain Hybrid yet. I'm gonna add it. And it's just a sample, but I like Hybrid. It's I don't know, I like it. Okay, it's getting data, but we want a different sound for it. Okay. Nice. Okay. I'm going to clear this entire pattern. This is going to be a slow one because it contains a like an ambient, like large sound. You don't want to play that every beat, for example, but I'm going to have to go with something. Let's play an example. So I like to use C3, C4, and A3 and G3 with a low chance. But it must be played very slow. We don't even need that many steps actually. Maybe for variation, but we can do with 4 steps, for example. See, we have sometimes, and it does have to be in the same rhythm. We can make this 5 long, so it's not always playing in the same. Let's see what it does. See, we have a chance of all of them playing or none at all. And we can even make that slower, I think. So we have just a few times, in a few bars, we'll have the chance of having this earth sound playing. I think the note on length can be longer, actually. See, is now allowed to go to 150% of the normal length. But there is a variation. It will not always do that. The velocity is still set to 127. That's because I have the standard velocity on 127. So that should go lower, I think. Doesn't have to be exactly the same, but there is a chance involved as well of it not exactly using that, because the velocity variance is 25% in this case still. Okay. Maybe a little lower velocity variation. I don't want it to suddenly be super loud. So, we have 3 instruments playing and being recorded as well. Because who knows what happens, and I don't want to lose it. So, let's continue. Maybe I should make another Stochas track, but I'm gonna I think I'm gonna make like a template track of this, so that I don't have to Stochas and then in C major. So I'm gonna set some things here so that I can store it actually as a preset, so we can add more of these Stochas tracks in this session by just copying it from a template. I think that's handier. Okay, so we are working with, I'm pretty sure we're working in, let me check it one more time, C major, it sounds like it. Okay, so the scale will be C major, starting at whatever, second is fine. I am going to set the default velocity for this to 75. Remember, this is going to be a template track to copy many times, so let me see. Okay, default polyphonic chance. Okay, and we're going to get to polyphonic as well. So I'm going to set some things. By default we'll have no swing, and we'll have 100% note length, 16 steps per measure 16. Okay, this is going to be our default Stochas track, so I'm saving this as a template, calling it Stochas C major. So we'll have this time and time again. Okay, in this case, I'm going to call this Stochas 4. This is going to be our fourth generating track. And I'm going to add another hybrid here. I should probably make that the template of that as well. We are going to send no audio and all MIDI to hybrid 4. And this will have to contain hybrid. Let's see if we can add some percussive sounds, even if it's just only a kick or some random percussion. I think there was a patch for that as well. Let's just add sonar for now. We have to work with something. Okay, Stochas will be sending to this hybrid 4. I'm going to put this in recording mode, so it will now be added to the lot of recorded tracks. I hope. Is this actually the case? Oh, maybe it will be the case once the MIDI notes start appearing. Else it won't create a MIDI track. Okay, we are fine. So Stochas 4. Let's create something, or let's first listen to something. What does this do? Okay, that's a okay. I like it. A sound like that could play like once every 40 seconds or something. You know what I mean? Just super random. But let's first get like a really. We need some kind of kick. Now that's a kick. It's even a tonal kick. It can be tuned. It is being played every bar, but I set the velocity to 80 only, or 75. Let's see. Yeah, there's definitely a big velocity change. Okay, and this also shows that if you just put in the C2s on every bar, the first beat of every bar, Stochas is just a sequencer. It doesn't have to vary using the RNG gods, calling upon the powers of the RNG gods. It can play as a normal sequencer as well. But okay, I want to have like I want to have the odd chance of not playing the second and the first kick. We can make this faster. This is nice for testing, to see if we get some of our... I can have some velocity variance. It can be lower and it can go higher, that's the thing. So some of the kicks will be poof, I think. So now we have like a nice moving kick pattern with the probability of not playing in the second and the fourth bar. I did forget to put the reverb on some of the tracks. Oh, what I did? What did I do? Okay, yeah. Can even put a reverb on the kick. So all the instruments are now placed in the same big space, just how I like it. But for a kick, I think we can slow this down tremendously. Okay, so we have 4 instruments playing. I don't see this one record though. Recording is disabled. Oh, I did not set it correctly yet. So let's start recording the MIDI output from Stochas here. And there we go. I hope. think that actually the hybrid one, the first instrument we did, is a bit too crowded. Can slow it down. Or just change its overall. The velocities are all 127, you know. If I lowered that, then we might get some variation in the synth sounds. I hope I can copy this over to the other beats or the other bars. It's not rocket science. They don't have to be perfectly the same. Because I don't want to play these instruments super high hitting all the time, you know? So I'm gonna try and repeat to the end. Okay, and introduce some velocity variance. So some notes will be pressed harder than others. That's better, because some of them will play but at a very low velocity, giving only a slight thingy in the background. So if I solo this now, and the volume can be a bit lower as far as I'm concerned, but oh well. Why don't I hear this one? Oh, it's only super sparse. Okay, fine. The third track is also super sparse. And our kick. Yeah. We fahren auf der Autobahn. But not really. So, 4 tracks playing, and I don't touch the keyboard at all. This is generative sequencing, my friends. Gonna check a few things quickly while you listen to this thing going on. One of them being Discord, to see if my go live message has been going live. Yep, it's all working as intended. Okay, so far we've been triggering one note per track by chance, but we can do something else as well. I'm going to insert a track from template, pick another Stochas C major, which is just, well, like we've done before. It's going to be Stochas 5. And I'm going to have to bind it to another hybrid. Because hybrid is good for this, actually. Because it's, I don't know. The defaults are, the presets are good for me, and that way I don't have to come up with sounds at the moment. But if I want to change them, like tweak them, it's all very visual, and that's handy for a stream, I think. Only going to be recording the output again. The output MIDI. And it's gonna be sent from Stochas 5. No audio, just MIDI. And Stochas 5, something is happening already. Wait. No, Stochas 5 is still empty. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Need a tiny bio break. I'll be right back. And you can just listen to what's being generated at the moment, because I don't even have to be here anymore. I'll see you in a few minutes. So I'm back. Sorry for making you wait a few minutes, but at least there was noise. You were not alone. And I also hope that while listening to the noise, you not only learn something, but you do something else. Like put me on the side, in the back, and play a game or whatever. Clean your room, whatever is most necessary right now. I got some new water and coffee. And full of ideas, I think. Okay, we picked a sound. I don't remember which one. Oh, strings. I only hear them on the left side though. Oh, that's because of the panning of, yeah, I understand. Gonna go an octave higher. So we go to polyphonic mode, and I'm gonna say it can choose from notes, but the max polyphony should be 2. So it can play 2 notes at the same time, but only 2 max. So let's do it. So it has to pick. And it also can be nothing. Wait. I have to set the chance. What's my velocity setting? Oh, it's 127 again. I don't want 127 as a default. Why does it keep doing that to me? The default velocity must be lower. Like 80 or something. And the note length... Oh, I can make that longer by slowing down the actual track. I can make this less steps. 1 step. Nah. I'm gonna make that more steps. Kind of, but not exactly within the bars, not like 4 beats per bar. I'm putting it a bit fast now to test. I'm not liking the note on length. The length variance is always a percentage of the original, so it will be slower. Little variation in the velocity that the strings can be played. We need reverb on this channel as well, by the way. Lots of it. So I allow the sequencer to play no notes with the off position. I can make the off actually a higher chance because I don't want to hear this too often. And it can play a maximum of 2 of the chosen notes. now slow it down. That's better. So because this sequence has 7 steps, my main sequence has 16, and the kick has 5 steps, they will start intertwining rhythmically. They don't play all in the same rhythmic sequence anymore. So we'll get strings in kind of random places outside of the 4 speed we're working with, or measures we're working with. A slightly higher chance set for the C4. I think I'm gonna put the C notes at a higher chance than the others, because this is like the root of all our evil. G a little higher, a lower chance, and there is also a 40% chance of nothing playing at all. Okay, this is cool. So we are playing, or the computer is playing 5 tracks, recording every MIDI note that's being generated, because if we hit something like, if we hit gold, it will be recorded as MIDI. The audio can also always be changed by playing different patches on the hybrid channels. So this is our hybrid 5 channel. Hybrid is the synthesizer I'm using. So yeah, this is starting to sound a bit like what a large modular synth setup could do when auto-generating. Actually, I think this is more than what it could do. What else can we do? Maybe add some hi-hat-ish sounds, like some cymbal sound to the mix to fill the beat a bit more. So another track from template Stochas C major, which we will send to another, I think another hybrid, but I will have to see which one, if hybrid actually comes with a decent sound for that. A percussive sound, it doesn't have to be like a normal hi-hat. There's something that is like a metal tone. Is there another, maybe there's an older version percussive thing. Or we could use the sonar. No, that's too much. Tuned noise percussion. Plop plop. I could of course pick a different synth for this particular work. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use Falcon for this, I think. Because, yeah, Falcon is my bae. Falcon's got cymbal. So we got a cymbal sound here. A hi-hat closed, for example, a short hi-hat. Let's pick the first one. I'm not playing this myself. Let's see what Stochas makes of it. So the output of Stochas 6 will be okay. We're gonna record only record the output MIDI. Okay, fine. Stochas must be triggered to send something, to send MIDI trigger notes to Hybrid 6. Hybrid 6 needs our reverb, so I have a second display where I have my mixer, and that's where I arrange for that to happen. All right. Okay. Let's see. Falcon probably wants me to play the hi-hat on a certain key on C3. And I'm not sure if the C3 in Stochas will correspond to the C3 in here. Let's see if that's actually the C3 being played. No, it's the C2. Yep. That's a lot of reverb on a... Okay. Velocity is probably at 127 again. Yeah, it keeps doing that. So I did that wrong in my template track. Okay, what variations can we do here? I can of course make it swing a bit. 10% swing. So it's sometimes just a bit off the beat, which is fine, if it's not too much. We're gonna make it playing less notes, by the way, don't worry. But this, I find it handy to have the length variance, position variance, no. And we can also make this like less steps, or for example 12, so that it has okay. Do we vary the velocity more, maybe? Length variation. Does that even work on a hi-hat? Okay, we can make it play way less. So we have something of a hi-hat here. Let's go into, this is by the way not hybrid playing, this is Falcon. My beloved Falcon. Falcon 6. I'm gonna keep the names together. Falcon is ridiculously beautiful. There's probably an effect on it now. No, not really. Okay, that's good. We can change everything about this now because this drum designer in Falcon is pretty epic. Can be anything, right? OBX. There's not really. So it doesn't have to be a hi-hat. But I promise to not... Oh, it's my good friend Eve Scout. Eve Scout, I have been hoping for weeks to come in contact with you. Not just because you are a fantastic dude, but also because I know for a fact that you were very interested in modular synthesis and so on. And as I've been sound designing and synthesizing and sequencing even with RNG myself today and for months already, with all kinds of things, I just wanted to talk with you about it. I couldn't find you anymore. Oof. Make it clap. Clap. Oh, there we go. No, Eve Scout. Such a good friend from the olden days. I like this clap more than the hi-hat actually. I have to lower it in the mix. Eve Scout, look! No hands! Well, I have hands, but they're not playing. All these notes are being generated by RNG. I did give RNG a few rules to stay within, but other than that, it's all magic. It's awesome, man. I'm recording every note generated. Reaper for the win. No shit. No shit. Reaper. Why did I find Reaper only in 2021 and not in 2005 already? I mean, the power and the price is totally not in balance. This Reaper is way better than it should be. So, I think I registered, I paid for it on day one. Because, I mean, this is it. This is it, man. It's not easy to get into because it's not super friendly. I tested Ableton Live and all that stuff. Oh, you used the Reaper for all your streaming even? Like, put your mic through it with effects and whatnot, or whatever. So, I'm generating this tune. It's all in the scale of C major. And I'm super excited. I couldn't sleep last night because I wanted to do this. I played around a bit with generative sequencing, and I just wanted to stream it, man. I just wanted to show it, not only that, but also like record it for eternity. That this is the official day where I started going crazy. Although not with a modular synth. Dude. So eScout says, for those who watch this later on YouTube, He controlled the streams completely from within Reaper. Everything went via ACIO, even the game, all channels. Then I used a MIDI controller to mute and adjust tracks. Like, you are the boss. You are the OG boss. Okay, let's... I wanted to actually create 8 generated tracks, but I feel kind of... I don't know. But this can go on forever, and it will. It's super cool. And all the MIDI notes that are being generated are also recorded on their own tracks now. So if I create like a new Kraftwerk album by accident, we'll have it all here. I know VCV Rec 2.0 is VST enabled now too, says Eve Scout. I have VCV Rec installed. Yeah, right here. But I did not pay for it yet. Meaning that I cannot use it as a VST. But I was actually... You don't surprise me, Eve Scout. I was sure that you were playing with this. Because I know who you are. So yeah, got that too. I'm playing around with it. Also, I've been... yeah, you showed me many moons ago and I did not forget. It's awesome. Yeah, I think we need more tracks. One can never have enough tracks. So my pride and joy is actually a Falcon, this synthesizer. It is... This thing is crazy. I'm going to be using that on the melody track later on. I have created a Vangelis sound with it that is superb for ambient melodies that I cannot play really well. I did have 100 days of piano training this year. Well, not 100 full days, but 100 like hours. But wait. Is this all correct? Yeah, this is all correct. Okay, we're recording everything. So, what does this track need? Just some weird sound here and there. So let's add another Stochas track. I'm gonna probably trigger a tiny effect-ish sound with this. Now, which I can of course use a different instrument, but I was using Hybrid from Air Music Technology because it's nice and visual, and it comes with great presets. Because this stream was not supposed to be about sound design. I did that like a week ago or something. You can still find my other streams on YouTube. And in that, I actually created 5 or 6 tracks and did the sound design in Falcon on the go to show what it can do. I've also done 2 streams with BIT by Rob Papen. But for a nice sound effect thingy, let's create Surge by the same creators of Stochas, which I'm using for the random number generation. Okay, let me see. Does it have some kind of effects that I could actually... Yeah, the presets are cool. I have combined with all the synth. I have many. But I like the sound design myself. This can be fun. Not for overusing it, but just for like once every blue moon. I'm gonna send my Stochas output to this Surge. Only MIDI again. Yeah, for just that. Yeah, you can. I mean, I could add. I should probably make a drum machine or a sample machine with like 16 samples on one track and have Stochas trigger these samples like super randomly and super scarcely, super rare, I don't know. So that you sometimes have like, oh, what's going on there in my left or right ear, or what's going on in that low frequency area and so on. So, did I enable it sending it? Yes. So, Stochas. I'm gonna have it play in mono mode. I'm gonna do it fast first so that we... Yeah, a little panning. A low chance of nothing and a low chance of playing the sound. So it won't play a lot. Yeah, oh yeah, the thing is, I'm gonna work on that as well. If you take, for example, this sound in Falcon, which is the hi-hat, actually it's now centered. And indeed, I want to actually eventually be able, and I will be able, I have to wire this up. I want to... Okay, that was way too loud, but still surprising. And I'm gonna throw a lot of reverb on that channel as well. I'm throwing everything to a large reverb so that we end up in this space with randomness. So this pan, I can assign it to anything. So I can assign it to all kinds of DAW. Yeah. But I'm not mixing. There you had it. I'm not mixing it just yet. All the sounds so far are playing at 0 decibels in the mix, but I just lowered this last one. So actually, I can assign this to a macro, and then on the main page. Oh, that's not true. Oh, it's different from other sounds in Falcon. Why is this muted? Oh, I know why. But indeed, the panning can be maybe not within, well, probably Reaper as well. I think I can use Stochas to create notes, and then I can add an extra plugin to turn notes into MIDI CC messages, And then let those MIDI CC messages change the panning of the tracks, something like that. There's so much possible. Okay, let's go through the tracks one by one. No, not that one. This was my... so it's all based on the C major scale. And this was the first like sequence arpeggio I'm playing. So let's work on a track by track basis. I'm also gonna... wait. Let me go to the track master or something. Track. What's it called again? View track manager. I'm gonna remove the Stochas tracks, like the generators from my mixer, so that I only have my synthesizers visible there. Makes it easier for me to work. I'm lowering everything now, so I don't have to solo. Now I'm bringing back track by track. Fun auf der Autobahn. Now this sound, when I create sounds in Falcon or basically other synthesizers too, I try to keep them without reverb, because I want to handle the reverb inside of my mix. I think this could also use track routing. Oh yeah, Hybrid 1 and Hybrid 2, 3, 4, 5, Falcon 6 and Surge 7, they are all randomly generated. There's nothing that I play. I only set the rules within, like the boundaries in which it must function. Yep. Yes, sir. So this has delay built into the synth, so that's fine actually. I'm not gonna play around with that. Lower it a bit. Then we get the next one. Do all the Stochas run on the same timer source? Well, they are all follow the project's BPM, which is 80, but you can set the number of steps in a sequence, and this arpeggio. Well, I call it arpeggio. I have like a high chance of playing a note on. Here are the chances actually. I mean, it can vary the notes played in the first beat of every bar. The rest have a low chance, but other Stochas, Stochai, well, this one is 16 as well, but I have a few which consist of a different number of steps. So I put this on the 12th step, meaning that it will kind of change position within the entire track compared to the others. Where is my kick? Is this my... This is my kick right now. I should name them better. So here's one that has only 5 steps. So they will not stay in sync tempo-wise. Well, tempo is the same, but yeah, they are leading their own lives within the sequence. They are all bound to the C major scale. So musically it will be correct, but rhythmically it will kind of interchange a bit. So bringing the kick back in. And some sounds play so sparsely that I actually have to wait for a minute to hear anything at all. Like these strings. And they are on a 7-step sequence, so there are some variations here. Variations within variations. It plays slow, so we don't get to hear that particular string part a lot. There it is. And it's allowed to play 2 notes at the same time, maximum. It can play none, it can play 1, or it can play 2. So it's all RNG within the RNG. What did I put on Surge 7 actually? I don't even remember what sound this was supposed to make. Oh, huh? Does it even get triggered? I don't know what I'm triggering with the 7th synth with Surge. Let's put it faster so that we can actually hear what it does. Oh, okay. I forgot about that one. that was a mistake. eScout says, I'll stop interrupting and let you create. Thanks for answering. I am honored. I'm honored that you are here. I mean, we met like 6 years ago. I started streaming EVE Online in March 2015. And look at us now. Woo, there we go. Damn, if it comes, it's good, right? Oh, I love it. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to set up. Oh, I also want to include in these. Love you, man. I love you. I want to include these sliders and buttons and these drum pads and the knobs inside of this track to actually be able to control part of the RNG. Oh. I think some of these are still bound to... Oh, damn. They are bound to something still. Did it... What happened? Something happened for sure. I lost... OP Focus, welcome to the show. Something happened. Because some of these sliders are still bound to the tracks in Reaper, which is not what I want right now. Oh, wow. Do I have to stop and record all over or start over here? Okay, you don't have to talk, OP Focus. I'll do the talking. Thanks for visiting, and I appreciate it. First I got eScout and now you. All the loyalty comes back. You're about to record with multiple tracks to the same input. Yeah, but I'm only recording MIDI output, am I right? Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what it's all about. But I do know that some tracks are not playing anymore. And that worries me. I lost almost everything. Well, I didn't lose anything, but So let me see what's going on here. This poly, for example, which is super important, this is my main arpeggio, kind of, is not triggering anything anymore. Why is that? That effect triggers. So, am I still sending it? Yeah. I'm sending this to, wait, Stochas 1 to Hybrid 1. Why is Hybrid 1 not playing? I did something by changing settings on this keyboard, on my hardware. And that something is a problem. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording for a bit. Set the pointer to a place where I want to resume recording. So I've been recording more than an hour of random generated notes. And now I kind of lost track, or I lost the sound of many of these tracks. So let me turn these off. And that Hybrid 1 is definitely not playing anymore. Input MIDI launch key. So it should. I think I'm going to just restart Reaper and see if it's actually kind of a bug that has appeared by doing what I was doing. No, it's definitely not picking up. What's this? Record MIDI output, but it should also. It should play. Is there MIDI incoming? Yeah, I see something here. There is MIDI incoming to this synth. What is going on, guys? Can I remove the MIDI assignments for the entire project, maybe? MIDI track controls. Okay, we come to a sudden halt, which I am sorry about, OP Focus, because you just entered and I wanted to have you listen to something that I'm doing. So an hour and 15 minutes. Well, we're 1.5 hours in, but I've been recording for an hour and 15 minutes of music. And now it just stopped. And I am unsure how and why that happened. Let me check this. The outputs of the master bus of my mixer. It's going to the main output left and right. My mixer still works. There's some hiccup somewhere and I don't know what. So can I, for example, still arm this track and play Falcon? Yeah, Falcon's working. Okay. I think Surge is working. Definitely. Hybrid 5 is not working. So it seems that my hybrid parts are not working, even though the wiring to them is the same as my others. So, okay. I did not disable it. Wow. I'll have to cut this from the YouTube video later. No, I won't. I mean, it is what it is. So, MIDI all channels, go to Surge. That works. Falcon also produces sound which comes to the mixer. And hybrid does not. What if I put hybrid back on the track with these strings? Okay, testing. This is weird. I think there were still things bound to my hardware. Can I search here? No. Let me see. What did I have? I had pads, I think string pad or something. Yeah, hybrid strings. Oh, now it works again? Mm-hmm. All right. So something went wrong inside hybrid. Can I just disable it? No. No input. Oh, wait. This one needs, I want to have it listen to all MIDI inputs, all channels. Okay, that works again. Okay, then I'm gonna record enable hybrid 3. All MIDI inputs. That works as well. Hybrid 2. Input from all MIDI inputs and record MIDI output. Does not work. Let me disable. Huh. This does not work, although... Okay, I'm gonna remove this one and add it again. Now I have to find that sound again. I think it was in the percussive. Let me look. I can pick a different one, but... Was it an effect? No. Oei. Not an effect. Soft basses, maybe. Biting pulse bass, was that the one? Not exactly, but at least it's working again. So hybrid somehow got disabled by me doing something on all tracks. That's super weird, right? Plug poly, which is my most important one. Which bank is that? Oh, in the polysynth. Makes sense. Okay, I'm going to remove it and add it again. Hybrid. It does trigger. Polysynth. Was that this one? Yep, defo. Okay. Does that mean that we are now back in business with all our 7 tracks? Let's record. I think we are. We have this playing. This is not the correct sound, but we get there. So let's listen on a track-by-track basis again, just to see if we're all... This is my... it's one of my main sounds, of course. Was this supposed to be a bass, I think, so... Yeah, this is not the bass I want. Hi Ninja Gamer, good morning. Goedemorgen hier in Nederland. Leuk dat je even komt kijken. Nice of you to join. No, that's way too... I don't know what kind of bass I had. But it's way too low. Way too low. I could of course make it play Bright pads? No, it was... Was it the bass? I should have put the names in the tracks, in track names. And hard bass. I'd rather have a soft bass actually for a track like this. Okay, to actually find me a good bass sound, I'm gonna speed up the bass. This. I'm gonna speed it up just for the sake of finding me a nice. I also think this track could use less reverb for a bass in the low frequency. I don't want it to be too spacey. It takes up way too much of the frequency spectrum. This is fine, I think. Okay. Then we go to the... This is not generating a lot, is it? Oh, there we go. Whist. Oh, yeah, I've had a very stressful week, so it's very nice to be able to play with music now. And get back into a relaxing state of mind. Thank you for asking. I hope you have a good weekend yourself. Okay, that's working too. Falcon is playing some hi-hat-ish sound. Oh, good that you're fine too. And then we have sometimes a sound effect playing here. So, Ninja Gamer, to explain. I am setting up a project in Reaper, my digital audio workstation, with which I can generate notes on different synthesizer tracks. And together they will create like a carpet of sound on top of which I can play a melody one day. You're still in bed. Oh, nice. Ooh, that bass was loud. Compared to the rest, that is. So I think I have 7 instruments playing at random now. It sounds like I could try to put a melody on top of this for now. I'm gonna use my trusty Falcon for that. And why did it put it there? I don't like that. Well, oh yeah, Falcon. Actually, it should be entered. Oh, no. Falcon, let's put that on top indeed. Because this is gonna be my, this is my melody track. It wouldn't be bad to actually recognize that. And yeah, I created a nice patch on the previous stream. Here, I think it's in the UVI bank, and it's my Vangel-ish. So let me see if that's actually still the case. No. Oh, all the tracks are playing now. I'm so stupid. I should do this differently. The input, the MIDI input. I don't want MIDI input. No, I don't want any of these tracks to accept a MIDI input from outside of Stochas, which is the RNG god in my project. But will it still? Yeah, it's still. It's still playing, but it won't input, or it won't listen to me on playing on the keyboard anymore. I hope. Oh, that bass is not okay. Gonna have to fix the bass before I go on. Yeah, that's not good. So I'll make the bass play faster for a bit. But this is not a. This is way too thick of a bass for a project I'm in now. Basic basses, just no. It's also fat, which is the point of a bass, but thick, man. I think this is better. Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can add something on top of all of this machinery. I'm gonna pick a different sound. I remember my Fangel-ish sound to be better than this. No, this is not what I want. Let's pick something else. I'm gonna actually go for maybe an atmospheric sound that I have in this pack. Let's throw this Falcon through the same reverb I have on all the tracks now. Thanks, man. Sure sounds atmospheric, says Ninja. Ninja Gamer says, what's left of the record time? I notice it goes up every 5 seconds. I don't know exactly what you mean there. On the bottom, recording time. In red, the recording time here. It is 1 hour, 41 minutes and 30 seconds of recording so far, which is 2032 bars of music in 80 beats per minute. And I've been recording over 1 hour and 40 minutes now of MIDI notes. So every note that has been generated or played by me so far has been stored inside of the project. And I can always play it back, changing the synthesizer sounds or whatever I want to do with it. And yeah, I can basically record forever because these are MIDI notes. The actual audio that you hear is not being recorded. So only the note information is recorded and it takes up very little space. I can click on this part, for example. Yeah, the bars and beats. Yeah. Oh, this is 2044 bars, 1 beat, and then the divider, the smaller division of that. Ah, now I see what you mean. Yeah, it looks like it's this much out of the available space I have. That's not how it works. It's bars and beats, and it's the time. I can also do it in seconds. So how many seconds have I been recording? And measures and beats. I can also have a bigger clock on screen, which shows the measures, the beats. Yep, and it can show something else. The seconds I've been playing, 6,212 seconds. Measures and beats, boom, a boom, a boom. I can have it flashing as well, I think, so that there's a visual click. And that can be handy because for me as a playing aid, because I don't have like a steady rhythm going on. The kick drum and the snare sound, kind of snare sound, are also being randomly generated. So to keep track of what I'm actually supposed to do, I can use that clock as well. Something else for the melody. Whoa, what was that? That drum is, the bass is still thick. Let's see what this does. play the reverb even thicker on top of the melody. Ninja is off for some food. You're totally right, I should do that as well. But I'm just having too much fun. Have a nice day, you Ninja Gamer and anyone else listening to this. Thank you, everyone. My name is Radar Rich. I'm Richard from the Netherlands. I'm quite new to Reaper. I'm very new to Stochas for generative sequencing. And I won't stop here. This is just the beginning. Thank you for your visit, and I'll see you next time.